Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of February 24th through March 2nd, 2025. We're just having a nice, relaxing day here. Let's get your messages for the week ahead. I just want to give a massive shout out to anyone who has left a donation to the channel. They go a really long way, especially right now with everything going on, a lot of big bills for my business, for the things that I need to do, taxes, things like that, all come out at this time. And you guys are one of the biggest reasons why I can do this work full time. So I just want to give my appreciation there, especially to Blaze and Keith. Y'all know who you are. I appreciate you so much. So on Thursday this week, the 28th, we have the new moon in Pisces. This is definitely a time of new beginnings, especially when it comes to your karmic patterns and cycles. A lot of people at this time are at this fork in the road where they're being asked, do you want to continue forward on a new path that is free from your karmic limitations, or do you want to keep repeating patterns of the past and keep the past moving forward in your life with the hope that it will somehow suddenly change? My intuition very strongly has been leaning in the direction of going towards the new path, the new direction, free from the karmic cycles. And this could be manifested in relationships, habits, addictions, patterns, etc. It'll look different for all of you, but where in your life is this idea of being at a fork in the road coming up? And your two options are continue with the way things have been, even if it hasn't been great, hoping that it'll change, or choose the new path, the new beginning, the new future. You have the Crow and Dogwood with intelligence coming out. So the Crow loves to come out for people when they are in their deep psychic, spiritual, reflective energies. And I feel like that's why it is associated with intelligence. Crows are incredibly smart. And it feels like at this time you are really leaning into deep, deep soul and self-reflection, trying to make the right choice here, trying to consider all paths. And the message is to go with what your gut, your heart is telling you. That can feel a little bit confusing when your ego wants something different. Like if you specifically want a specific outcome that is just not healthy, just not good for you, it will always be at odds with what your intuition is telling you. And that's when emotional confusion can pop up. So pay attention to that. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yeah, like I said, a new beginning is wanting to come forward. This new beginning is passionate. It is fiery. It is affectionate. It wants to pour into you tremendously, but there's a blockage here. You are contemplating, do I move forward with this, or do I keep doing the same thing, staying stuck in the same pattern? Okay, that's like the theme of this week. Sorry, the lighting's weird. Let me fix that. There we go. Hopefully that's better. This is one of those days where I barely got ready this morning. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay in my pajamas and film. Second card out, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Someone's very emotional here. Okay, someone is feeling hurt emotionally. Really wanting you to choose them and keep your tie to them. Okay, matters of the heart may be a little bit unclear at this time. You may feel torn in multiple directions emotionally, and that is the influence of Pisces season. Pisces season is an intense season that is necessary. Okay, it's not something to resist, but Pisces always brings about these deep karmic cycles, wounds, and issues within us. When the sun is in Pisces, it is illuminated. Where in our lives we keep ourselves stuck in the same pattern of self-imprisonment, of limitation. Okay, what reality we keep going back to and choosing over and over and over again that actually limits what we can manifest, limits the amount of love and blessings that we can experience. And so when Pisces season rolls around, it could be quite emotional. You know, these patterns are trying to illuminate themselves very consciously, bubbling up from the surface to be dealt with. And that could be difficult if your ego wants something different. Like if you really want that relationship with your ex to work out, for example, like really bad. You just want them to change. You want them to go to therapy. You want to get back together. But your intuition is saying, this person is toxic. This is not going to work. And you're at odds. Those things are at odds. It creates a deep, profound emotional confusion. And it is difficult to get out of that emotional confusion, because what you have to do is accept the hard truth that it is not going to work out, and put your ego aside and say, you know what, I really want this path. It's not going to happen the way that I envision it. That's a very difficult thing to do. And I am seeing that maybe something that's coming up for you this week that you're having to come to terms with. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. This situation that we're talking about may involve various individuals. There may be multiple moving parts here, okay? So this could be a relationship, a romantic relationship for some of you. It could involve children. It could involve other people, etc., etc. Whatever you're dealing with, where you're being asked to let go of the past, it definitely involves other people. And Queen of Wands in reverse. Well, first off, it's asking you, especially with the Ace of Wands in reverse as well, it's asking you to be decisive, okay? Lacking certainty is not the way forward. Deciding clearly what direction you're going to go in at that fork in the road will be your best bet here. And you know what? If you decide that you do want to, go back to the past, hold on to the past, you're not ready to let it go, that is valid. That is fine. Do I recommend that as your personal psychic reader? No, I don't feel like that is your highest path. But if you want to go down that path, Spirit is saying, that's fine. You have free will. You need to understand that you have free will. And if you go down that path, things will eventually work out for you. And down that path, you know what? They might work out by you finally getting so frustrated by the lack of change, lack of progress, that you finally give that path up and get diverted back to the path that you maybe should have taken, So all paths lead to the same outcome is what I'm seeing here, but the journey varies significantly, okay? Let's see. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. So many wands in reverse. There's a lot of fiery emotions around you at this time. Intense feelings, specifically around what the future looks like. What does our future look like? What does my future look like? How long am I going to wait? That may be a question on someone's mind, on someone's heart, whether it's yours or someone else's. How long am I going to wait? Hoping that this will work out, hoping that this will go in the right direction. Okay, for some of you, you may be saying this towards an ex. And on the flip side, someone else may be saying this towards you, How long am I going to wait for you to get over your ex? Or something like that. These are just examples. But a lot of this is involving what the future looks like. Five of Cups. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. The reason why things are so confusing for you is because you still have to mourn and process the past and the things that did not work out, old relationships that have fallen apart, connections that are no longer in your life. You may still be holding on to the past. That's what I'm saying. That's what the new moon in Pisces is illuminating. That's what Pisces season is illuminating for you. You still have some emotional processing to do regarding the past. And you have to make the clear-cut decision. Will I process this emotionally, move through it, and choose the new path? Or am I still going to hold on? Do I feel not ready to move on yet? And again, if you feel like you're not ready, that is valid. That is fine. Totally fine. Either way, no matter what you choose, you should make room for your emotions. You should make room for, I still have feelings here. Okay, let me feel them. Let me process them. Let me talk about them. You shouldn't ignore those feelings. Moving on is not ignoring feelings. It is acknowledging these feelings still exist. I need to work with them. But life carries on, and I am going to continue to let life unfold and experience new things and keep myself open to new possibilities while I work through this other stuff. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I do feel like a lot of Libras this week, and I'm just going to be completely bluntly honest with you guys. I feel like a lot of Libras this week might choose the path of holding on to the past. You have the free will, though, and you are somebody who finds value in tarot readings, which is why you're here. Value in seeing what future possibilities exist, so that way you can make the best decision for you. And so you very much have free will to not let these past patterns repeat. And I would just highly recommend that you stand by your self-worth, your boundaries, your values, and you do not compromise on those things that are important to you. I would highly recommend that you allow the wheel of life to keep spinning, okay? That's what the Wheel of Fortune is. One thing is promised in life, and that is change, okay? The energies will always change and unfold, and energies can stagnate and become toxic and resonate more with death energy than life energy when we hold on to them for too long, when the dynamic is wanting to change, you know? And that's what the Wheel of Fortune means when it's in reverse. You know, the wheel of time, the Wheel of Fortune is trying to turn, trying to move in a forward direction. The Wheel of Fortune also represents these karmic cycles, negative karmic cycles, stories that you keep repeating. They've been played out enough, is what I'm seeing, is what I'm hearing from your ancestors and spirit guides. They've been played out enough. And your ancestors, your spirit guides, they just really love you, feel for you, send you love. And they are, quite frankly, sick and tired of seeing the same negative patterns repeat in your life. And, you know, for some of you, these could be negative patterns that began far before your birth. These could be generational curses for some of you. And now is the time to fully choose to release, to let go, to no longer let those old stories play out, whatever it may be, whatever those stories are, whether it is abuse, manipulation, addiction, choosing the wrong partners, not putting yourself first, having poor boundaries, whatever it may be. These are the stories that are ready to be laid to rest. And when you lay those old stories to rest and you allow yourself to choose the new beginning, life gets very beautiful. Will it be difficult to do that? Yeah, absolutely. That does come with having to acknowledge the endings that have taken place, having to let go of those old familiar comfort zones, comfort people, and sort of put yourself in an uncomfortable territory of newness, of change. The outcomes will be worth it, though. At the end of the day, it's up to you what you want to do. I'm always a big advocate of listening to your own intuition, and even if that means going against what your ego wants and what you really, really wanted here and the outcomes you wanted here. So this is a little heavy, Libra, a heavy week. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat your readings. You guys know I don't sugarcoat readings. So, yeah, I feel like this is necessary, though it's not something that I would be upset about. Like, oh, curse Pisces season, curse this new moon. No, this is extremely necessary. And actually, through navigating this successfully, hopefully, a lot of beautiful blessings and change and just wonderful things will come forward for you. So sometimes we need these moments of vulnerability and challenge in order to experience the sweetness in life. And this is one of those instances, okay? So stay strong. I know you can make the right choice here. Meditate, listen to your intuition, do what you have to do, journal, talk things through with a friend. I'm a huge advocate of AI. Like, honestly, if you have no one to talk to ChatGPT. They give the most unbiased advice possible. Or just find someone like a mentor or a therapist to talk through things with. Whatever you got to do, whatever your process is, go with that process. That'll look different for everyone. Me personally, I love journaling. That's my thing. And also, you know, telling various people about it, getting their opinions, etc. At the end of the day, it's important to listen to your own boundaries and what you want. But yeah, okay, thank you for joining me, Libra. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, I do offer lots of love and relationship readings specifically, but also on anything. The link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org, and I would love to work with you and help you move through this, particularly if you would need some help there. Readings are sent in about 7 days. I also offer my shamanic life transformation coaching there if you want hour-long video readings every week. These aren't live readings, by the way. You send your questions, comments, concerns, topics, etc. Tell me what's going on in your life that you want me to do a reading on, and then I send it to you in 7 days, okay? So with the life coaching, same process, but an hour-long reading. And you get daily email correspondence as well, and it's very much guided by what you need to know, want to know, etc. And, no need to feel awkward if you don't know what to talk about. I can do general readings as well, ask plenty of questions, dive really deep. So go ahead and get that. I am open and available for 2 new clients there. So I would love to work with you in that way. And I'm really excited to work with more people in that way. So please check it out if you're interested. I also offer my online tarot reading course there, as well as my homemade intention oils. So check those things out. Okay, bye-bye.